Hey everybody, and welcome. So we all know about the absolute monster that is the AI boom, and everyone's eyes are on the huge players, the giants. But today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to go on a treasure hunt, looking for those hidden gems, the small cap companies that are actually building the essential plumbing that makes this whole AI revolution even possible. You ready? Let's get into it.
Okay, first, just to set the stage, let's get a handle on the scale we're talking about. I mean, it is just wild. On one side, you've got a titan, NVIDIA, with a market cap soaring over $3 trillion. Then on the other side, you've got this whole ecosystem of smaller, super specialized companies, and their market caps combined are less than $15 billion. That's not even a fraction. It's a rounding error for NVIDIA. And that massive gap, well, that's where the opportunities might just be hiding in plain sight.
Look, for a lot of investors, it kind of feels like the big AI ship has already sailed, right? The most famous names are trading at these sky-high valuations. And when prices are that high, there's not a lot of room for error. So it forces us to ask a really important question. Where else can you find that AI-fueled growth without having to pay a massive premium for it?
And this quote right here, this is basically our North Star for this whole explainer. It's so simple, but so powerful. It's not just about finding any company that has AI in its press release. No, it's about finding genuinely great businesses, businesses that are using AI in smart ways, and, this is the key, buying them at prices that actually make sense. You know, value, not just hype. That is the name of the game if you want to win in the long run.
So to really get our heads around this strategy, let's use a classic analogy. Think back to the gold rushes in the 1800s. Who really got rich? It wasn't most of the prospectors who were hoping to strike it lucky. No, the most reliable fortunes were made by the people who sold the miners the things they all needed: the picks, the shovels, the jeans, the supplies. And that brings us right to the heart of our thesis today, the picks and shovels play. The idea is simple. Instead of trying to bet on which single AI model is going to be the ultimate winner, which is almost impossible to predict, we invest in the companies that provide the essential tools that everybody needs. Because it doesn't matter who wins the AI race. They're all going to need power, they're all going to need cooling, they're all going to need data, and they're all going to need software. Now, this hidden ecosystem, it's not just some big, messy blob of companies. We can actually break it down into some really neat, distinct categories. And understanding these categories, that's how we're going to see the entire landscape of opportunity a lot more clearly. Okay, first up, the physical builders. These are the companies doing the heavy lifting. Quite literally. They're the ones building the actual, tangible stuff that AI data centers need just to turn the lights on. I mean, without these guys, all those super powerful AI chips are just really, really expensive paperweights. Think about it. Every single massive AI data center needs three basic things: tons of power, incredible cooling, and all the wiring to connect it. So you've got a company like MIR Group, and their whole job is to build the heavy-duty power lines to get all that electricity to the site. Then there's Modine Manufacturing. Get this, they used to make auto parts, and now they've become this key player making specialized liquid cooling systems to stop AI servers from literally melting. And a company like TSS comes in and provides the critical services to actually hook everything up and make it all work together. Okay, so we've got the physical stuff covered. Now let's jump over to the digital side of things. These companies are the software and data experts. They're providing the brains and the raw fuel for AI. They are the digital architects of this entire revolution.
And what's so cool here is the variety. You've got Five9, which has a 100% AI attach rate on its big deals for cloud contact centers. Then there's Innodata. They're basically data engineers, providing that super high-quality, perfectly curated data that you absolutely need to train a powerful large language model. And then a company like Backblaze offers a more affordable way to store the gigantic data sets that these AI companies are now working with.
All right, for our last category, man, this one is just mind-blowing. Let's talk about the biotech pioneers. These are companies that are harnessing the unbelievable power of AI to tackle one of the biggest, most complicated challenges humanity has ever faced: discovering new medicines. I mean, check this out. A company called Recursion. They call themselves a tech bio company, just turned on BioHive 2. It's the fastest supercomputer owned by any pharmaceutical company, and they're using it to find new drugs faster. Then you have Schrödinger, which uses its own wild, physics-based platform to discover new molecules. So what's the big takeaway here? The game changer is that AI has the potential to massively cut down the time it takes and increase the odds of success for developing new, life-saving drugs. It's incredible stuff. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds amazing, right? And it is. But we gotta be real here. We have to have a reality check. Investing in these smaller companies, just by their nature, it comes with a totally different level of risk. With that incredible potential for a high reward comes some seriously high volatility.
So, what's the catch? Come on, there's always a catch, right? It's the question every single disciplined investor has to ask themselves. These are not get-rich-quick lottery tickets. They are real companies with real-world problems and challenges that we absolutely have to understand.
For starters, these stocks can be insanely volatile. I mean, swinging up and down like crazy on any little piece of news. Then you've got things like shareholder dilution. That's when a company issues more stock, maybe for employee pay, and that can make your slice of the pie a little bit smaller. There's execution risk. It's great they have orders, but can they actually build and deliver on time? For the builders, things like fixed-price contracts can really hurt if their own costs go up. And of course, you always have fierce competition and the bigger risk that, hey, maybe the explosive demand for AI cools off a bit.
And this chart, man, it just perfectly illustrates what we're talking about. Just take one of those physical builders we mentioned, Medine. Wall Street analysts have price targets for the stock that range from a low of $70 all the way up to a high of $120. That huge spread tells you everything you need to know about the wide range of possible outcomes and just how much uncertainty is baked in. It is absolutely a high-risk, high-reward ballgame.
All right, so as we start to bring this all home, it all circles back to that one central question. In this new, modern gold rush, we've got to ask ourselves, where is the real gold? Where is the sustainable value actually being created?
But even with all those risks we just talked about, the potential upside is, well, it's pretty staggering. I mean, check this out. According to analysts, the maximum potential upside for some of these stocks can be enormous. For a company like Five9, for instance, analysts see a potential short-term upside of nearly 200%. And that kind of explosive growth potential is exactly why investors are so drawn to this hidden corner of the market.
And that's really the big question I want to leave you with. In this AI gold rush, is the biggest, most lasting opportunity going to be in the AI models themselves, which, could come and go? Or is it in the vast, essential, and absolutely indispensable infrastructure that's being built right now to support every single one of them? The answer to that could very well define the next chapter of this revolution.